Okay, Bill, my standard HD camera, there's your basketball hoop in case you're wondering. But my standard HD camera, I just had a really nice video going and it died. So I'm going to use my iPhone and just move a little slower, kind of show you what's going on. So this is what we've been doing, the massive prep of preps. You can see all of the, it's a machine up there spraying paint. You can see all the new hex lags everywhere. We managed to get a good cut on that guy too. We put them in everywhere. Now we still are cutting some off with, like that guy obviously. We're going to be cutting some off with a Sawzall, but we got them in a lot of places, and we got them in a ton of places. I mean, you name it, we got them. So this sucker is pretty darn sturdy. So I guess I can back up and show you the garage too. Here you go. Garage is done, painted with the body, not the trim yet. We'll be doing that most likely tomorrow. I'm kind of hitting that up. So big chunk of the house is being sprayed out today. All of underneath the decks are done. Semi-solid Oxford brown. Look at that, isn't that just gorgeous? I mean, that's so nasty. It's 13 different colors and all the way up. And we went ahead and I did this one for you too. I'm not even going to charge you. Look at that. I just had the machine in it. We're running. Things were happening. So I said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and stain that one. I'm going to stain this right here as well. This guy right here. So all the way back up. It's all done. The backs of these guys. Now obviously the rest is all going to be painted. It's hard for me to make a video with this one. I'm so used to using my nice camera. So that's what's happening there. All the way around. I built you kind of a frame for that guy. That's what that is, in case you're wondering. This board up here can't really be replaced. When they put the gutters in, they didn't exactly do it right. So looks nice, doesn't it? It's still drying, shiny, and light in areas, but it's a semi-solid stain. So let's get into this deck. Yeah, some of these boards I'm going to be still caulking and working on, but I think I got them. We're done. So new board. Let's see if I can. There you go. New board, and we're going to caulk these in. These boards just went a few minutes ago. New board, all the way down the line. New boards. Not too bad out of all that wood. That's what we have left. And those pieces are split. New one here. I'm going to do some putty work and stuff here. New one here. We tried our best to get rid of the wiggle in it. And that's gone. I mean, it's a solid deck. I hear no creaks. I hear nothing. There's a lot of bolts and just stuff put into this deck. Main issue I did have though is that it is our actual deck itself that's curving. You can kind of see a little bit of a curve, but that's still pretty good. So then we went ahead, obviously all these guys were replaced. I went ahead, isn't that nice? Bam! Replaced this guy. This is a separate color that's being sprayed, and he's taking care of that right now. The whole backside of the house has been sprayed. So that's good as well. We're going to be getting into, we are going to work on Saturday. So that's something that we need to get at. I'm tired. I'm stumbling. I hate using this phone because it just shakes so much. Again, underneath, all the posts were done. You got new bolts and everything all the way around. This guy's pretty solid. And we're going to be doing some putty work tomorrow and getting some of these puttied up, just because it's really not, I mean, the putty can really fix this stuff. Getting in and doing all of them, replacing every cap. I mean, we could keep going. I mean, look at that guy. We could keep going, replacing. By the time we're done, you're $2,000 in and wondering what the hell went on. So tomorrow we should have most of the house, if not all, sprayed out. And I'm going to have a guy just on the whatchamacallit. So hopefully Monday we'll be doing some trim, dealing with the oil, the clear up there, this natural finish. And then just a couple, lights put on, and then we'll work on the steps. And I'll send the guys to the next job, and I'll do the steps. So I went through the boards that you left us in the deck. These guys right here. Now you left us enough to do every single one on the deck, unless I'm wrong, because I started counting and I'm like, okay, so we're only going to go to the tree up there, so you have 1 or 2 left, and then we have these down here. Yeah, there's enough of them to run them, and I'm going to have a chop saw. So that's one of my questions that we need. Tell me which ones you want to do. I was under the understanding of which ones you wanted to have done, which made complete sense to me. And then you went and bought enough to do everything. So hey, we don't mind if I'm going to be breaking my chop saw, my Hitachi out. When I take out a $700 saw, I sure as heck don't like to just do 1 or 2 things. So yeah, think about that. I mean, how much of these you want us to do. Obviously everything in that top corner. We could easily do everything on the platform. I think it would look a little more uniform as well. But again, that's you tell me, because we have a lot of them. Now, chimney's done, top of the house is done, all the backside, they are completely done on the backside. That huge wall is sprayed, and this guy is sprayed, as is the doors and everything else. That is all sprayed, good to go. Here's our pressure treat for all of our steps. Nothing like a 250-pound piece of wood to make you feel young. So yeah, I mean, we're kicking butt. We're getting things moving. I'm finally seeing some progress, because it just scraping a deck with 3 or 4 guys on their hands and knees with little scrapers, you can get a ton accomplished, but it just doesn't look like it. So that's why I've kind of hesitated a little bit on doing videos, because I'm like, man, it just looks like we've been hanging out doing nothing. And of course we haven't. So again, we're going to take these outside edges. I'm going to paint all these so that kind of has that matching look from the painted ones that are down there. But that shows you kind of how the detail we do on the prep. I don't know how much of this video you've got to see, or how much of this progress you've got to see. But that's our prep. That's how we do things here. Burning through the paint. That's what happens. So yeah, so we're moving, we're shaking, things are happening. We will be here tomorrow, and so if you could, that's my question for you when you get this. Oh, basketball hoop. So the basketball hoop, the heavily engineered backboard, that the brace that worked for the backboard, is a couple 2x4s that weren't even screwed properly. So with that said, my suggestion is, there you go, on the new ones we use those pieces of redwood that are up on the deck that you already paid for, and I would suggest using those. And if you want, we could spray them in to the color and just leave them in the garage, because you put 1 and 2, got a really good backboard. So there you go, that's what's up with that. We're moving. Tomorrow we're going to be finishing up all the picket work so that we can just kind of spray, and I'm going to have 2 guys spraying all day. So we are getting there. So that's where we are at, and hopefully this finds you both well. I'll have more information and more stuff happening yeah, this weekend. So cool, thank you.